What is going on, Ape Nation? So I've got a little bit of bad news to deliver to you today. Maybe not necessarily bad news. I guess you're just going to have to stick around and find out. And we are going to get right into it. But before we do, all I ask is that you please go ahead and smash that like button so that the YouTube algorithm shares this video with as many apes as possible. And for the love of God, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell because I drop content just like this every single day. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So there's a certain bill being introduced, a bill that would make it incredibly hard for the SEC and Gary Gensler, of course, to ban PFOF. This bill is coming or being introduced by Pat Toomey, a senator, Republican senator, that also went to Harvard just like Ken Griffin did. And it also turns out that the senator's son, when he was in college at the time, was trading, well, none other than GME and probably AMC and other meme stocks. So why in the hell would this senator want to ban PFOF if his son could have potentially maybe an ape? Or did his son sell out? Although I haven't personally taken a look at Senator Toomey's son's Robinhood account, I think it's quite safe to say that it is likely that he did sell out of all of his meme stocks. And in case you're wondering just how I knew that Toomey Jr. is using Robinhood as a trading platform, well, I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? Let's look at the facts here. His daddy wants to stop the ban of payment for order flow, but who actually benefits from the payment for order flow, or PFOF? Well, according to Ken Griffin, most hedge funds and shiesty companies like Robinhood, who, unlike the name implies, steals from the poor and gives to the rich, by the way, it's you, the retail investor, the ape, that actually benefits from payment for order flow. And now apparently Senator Pat Toomey is alleging the same in this new proposal. But what does the retail investor actually think about this? What do the apes think about this? You and I both know the answer. But what about the SEC and Gary Gensler? Now, according to Gensler, PFOF is an inherent conflict of interest because these hedge funds get the data, they get the first look, they get to match buyers and sellers out of that order flow, and that may not be the most efficient practice for markets in the 2020s. However, there is no indication that Toomey's proposed legislation will even make it through a Democratic-controlled House, Senate, and White House, but it would be a big relief, I'm sure, to Robinhood if it were to do so. Anyhow, back to the matter at hand. So something important that I want to do is encourage each and all of you apes that are watching right now to go ahead and reach out to Senator Pat Toomey's office and let him know how you feel about payment for order flow not being banned, okay? We must all stand together. We must all unite as one and use the power of the apes to force our hand inside of that big banana jar that they have so we can walk out and make out with all of the bananas. I know you haven't heard that one before, have you? So anyhow, I'm going to provide you with Pat Toomey's office number. I'm going to provide you with the email address. The email address, or actually it's not an email address, it's an email contact form. So what I'm going to do is have the link to that in the description below. So make sure you check that out. Contact them through the email form, but also do give their office a call. And do leave a message if no one answers, and tell them that you're with the apes. And you want justice. You want justice in the form of no protection for the PFOF because that's screwing retail investors. And I'm telling you to do this because he made a remark on CNBC, I believe it was. And I am going to play it for you in just a second. It's just a short clip. But he told them that he doesn't see what in the heck is wrong with PFOF. And all he does is hear crickets when he talks to the SEC about it. So I found that kind of strange because Gary Gensler has been, publicly speaking about PFOF and all of the things that are wrong with it. And yet this guy seems to turn two blind eyes to that and act like, well, the SEC isn't saying nothing about that.
Hey, Senator, let's talk about your payment to order. It sounds like you like the wild, wild west. You got the Game Stoppers, you got the Apes, and the AMC guys. You got all these, the gamification of it, and you say, let it fly, baby. Let it roll. We don't want to do anything with payment to order. We want free commissions because it's democratizing everything. Is that what you're saying with this?
Well, so first of all, what I'm saying is I remember when I first got out of college, when I first worked in finance, and when I finally had enough money to buy a few shares of stock, I was appalled at how much I had to pay in commissions. A very modest purchase, which was all I could do at the time, would easily cost me $100 in commissions or more. Today, an American of modest means can buy stocks and pay no commission. We've democratized our markets enormously. We've had a massive increase in the numbers and percentage of Americans who are investors. That is good for them. And payment for order flow is one contributing factor. Technology is a big part of it as well. But this is a mechanism that has helped consumers have no-cost trading, and it has helped innovators. So new platforms have been able to come into existence. Small companies have been able to develop some market share. So I'm asking the question of the SEC, what's wrong with this model? Tell me what's wrong, and tell me about a better model, and I'm all ears, and I hear crickets. So I don't think we need to fix something that isn't broken. Super excellent execution, right, at better than exchange posted prices, and not having to pay a commission for that. I've yet to hear what's wrong with that.